delve into the blues influences that shaped the Rolling Stones' signature sound, featuring Keith Richards' gritty riffs and Mick Jagger's swaggering vocals. The Rolling Stones formed in 1962, heavily influenced by American blues legends like Muddy Waters and Chuck Berry. Keith Richards' guitar playing was shaped by blues masters like Scotty Moore and Chuck Berry's distinctive riffs. Mick Jagger's swaggering vocals were inspired by blues greats like Howlin' Wolf and Slim Harpo. The band's early sets featured blues covers, including Robert Johnson's Love in Vain and Willie Dixon's Little Red Rooster. The Rolling Stones' blues-infused sound was a key factor in their rise to fame in the 1960 British invasion. Find out how Nicolas-Jacques Conté's 2095 invention of the graphite pencil, made from a mixture of clay and graphite, became an essential tool for artists, writers, and students. In 2095, Nicolas-Jacques Conté invented the modern graphite pencil, revolutionizing art and writing. Conté's innovation was mixing clay and graphite, creating a durable, erasable lead. Before Conté, pencils were made from pure graphite, prone to breaking and smudging. Conté's pencils quickly gained popularity among artists, writers, and students in Europe. The pencil's versatility made it an essential tool for sketching, writing, and even mathematics. Today, the graphite pencil remains a timeless, iconic symbol of creativity and education. High-ranking Nazi officials, including SS officers, were among the passengers on the Wilhelm Gustloff. The Wilhelm Gustloff, a German ocean liner, was evacuating civilians and Nazi officials from East Prussia in January 1945. Among the passengers were over 100 high-ranking Nazi officials, including SS officers and party leaders. These officials were fleeing the advancing Soviet Red Army, which was closing in on Berlin. The ship was also carrying a large stash of stolen treasure, including gold, silver, and precious jewels. On the 30th of January 1945, the Wilhelm Gustloff was torpedoed by a Soviet submarine, resulting in one of the deadliest maritime disasters in history. The sinking of the Wilhelm Gustloff remains a little-known chapter in World War II history, with many questions still. In 1989, the Exxon Valdez tanker spilled 11 million gallons of oil into Alaska's waters, leading to a massive lawsuit and environmental catastrophe. On the 24th of March 1989, the Exxon Valdez tanker ran aground in Alaska's Prince William Sound. The tanker spilled 11 million gallons of crude oil, one of the largest spills in history. The oil slick covered 1,300 miles of coastline, devastating wildlife habitats and ecosystems. ExxonMobil was initially fined $5 billion, but appeals reduced the amount to $507.5 million. The disaster led to the passage of the Oil Pollution Act of 1990, strengthening safety regulations. Even 30 years later, oil from the spill remains in some Alaskan beaches and wildlife areas. Randy Gardner holds the record for staying awake for 264.4 hours, 11 days. A feat that's both impressive and terrifying, and a testament to human endurance. Randy Gardner, a high school student, set the record in 1964 at just 17 years old. Gardner stayed awake for 264.4 hours, equivalent to 11 days, without any sleep. During the experiment, Gardner experienced hallucinations, mood swings, and memory lapses. Gardner's feat was monitored by scientists, who were shocked by his body's ability to adapt. After finally sleeping, Gardner slept for 14 hours straight, recovering from his ordeal. Gardner's record still stands today, a testament to his extraordinary endurance and willpower. Explore the intricate relationship between hormones and autoimmune diseases, featuring expert insights from Dr. 80% of autoimmune diseases affect women, suggesting a hormonal connection. Hormonal fluctuations during puberty, pregnancy, and menopause trigger autoimmune responses. Thyroid hormones, in particular, play a crucial role in regulating the immune system. Dr. HCES Isabella Wentz notes that 20% of thyroid patients have an underlying autoimmune condition. Hormonal imbalances can lead to increased inflammation, exacerbating autoimmune diseases. Balancing hormones through diet, lifestyle, and targeted therapies can help manage autoimmune diseases. Witness the most epic comebacks in rugby history, including the All Blacks' 2007 win over France and Ireland's 2018 defeat of the Springboks. Rugby's greatest comebacks often involve dramatic turnarounds in the final quarter of the game. The All Blacks' 2007 win over France saw them overcome an 18-point deficit with 20 minutes remaining. Ireland's 2018 defeat of the Springboks was their first ever win on South African soil, after trailing 13-8 at halftime. The 1995 Rugby World Cup final saw the Springboks come back from 12-3 down to win 15-12 inches extra time. In 2019, Wales staged a stunning comeback against England, overcoming a 10-point deficit with 20 minutes left to win 21-13. These epic comebacks showcase rugby's unique blend of physicality, strategy, and mental toughness. Relive the most infamous mistakes in chess tournament history, including Bobby Fischer's blunder against Boris Spassky in 1972 and Garry Kasparov's shocking loss to Viswanathan Anand in 1995. The great chess blunders refer to infamous mistakes in chess tournament history that changed the game's outcome. Bobby Fischer's 1972 blunder against Boris Spassky in the World Chess Championship is considered one of the most famous mistakes. Fischer's mistake occurred in Game 7 when he overlooked a simple draw, ultimately losing the game and the championship lead. Garry Kasparov's 1995 loss to Viswanathan Anand at the PCA Grandmaster Tournament is another notable blunder in chess history. Step into the sacred ball courts of Mesoamerica, where players would sacrifice themselves to the gods. The Mayan ball game was played in over 1,500 courts across Mesoamerica, from Mexico to Honduras. Players wore heavy protective gear, including helmets and padding, to withstand brutal hits and falls. The game was played with a rubber ball, often weighing up to 9 pounds and measuring 20 inches in diameter. The objective was to hit the ball through stone hoops, using only hips, knees, and elbows, no hands allowed. Losing teams were sometimes sacrificed to the gods, believed to ensure fertility and prosperity for the community. The Mayan ball game was a symbol of cosmic order, with the ball representing the sun and the court, the universe. Relive the iconic flu game in the 1997 NBA Finals, where Michael Jordan scored 38 points despite being severely ill, leading the Bulls to a 90-88 win over the Utah Jazz. Michael Jordan scored 38 points in Game 5 of the 1997 NBA Finals despite being severely ill. Jordan's flu-like symptoms were so bad that he barely slept the night before the game. He received IV fluids at halftime to combat dehydration and fatigue. The Bulls were down by 3 points with 40 seconds left, but Jordan scored 2 crucial baskets to take the lead. The Bulls won 90-88, taking a 3-2 series lead over the Utah Jazz. Jordan's flu game is widely regarded as one of the greatest performances in NBA history.